Welcome to the episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Sure did.
We did.
Yes.
And it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I'm so glad tomorrow's a holiday because I just can't deal with Sunday scares.
I was, you notice I got a little snoozy while watching this. So
yes.
Part of me, I was wondering, like, wait, is it just that I have to work tomorrow that makes me not want to pay attention to things? Or is it that, so it's a little bit of both, I think. So
a little bit of 4 beers.
That was a very low alcohol content beer, so that doesn't count. But yeah, it might be a little bit of 4 beers. But you're so pleased with yourself, aren't you? You're just so tickled by that.
Sure.
Well, maybe if you drank or anything. Oh no, I had too much Sprite.
Oh, that orange crush was good earlier.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
I'm very glad that you were able to change your drink order at the last minute.
Yeah, the double burger, not good.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, double burger equals double trouble.
What's really funny is that you can do the double chicken sandwich, but
it's not as much. But like 2 patties, I don't know what I was thinking. Like it's not like a single patty would be like too little, and then the double like nearly killed me. And
you're not someone who really does beef all that often, though. Like, you're not
right. That's true.
I think the beef may have done you in as well.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, and it wasn't like the best burger either. But
which is sad for a burger place.
I know.
It's literally in the name of their restaurant.
I know.
To not have the best burger, but
the chicken sandwich is aces.
So the thing I don't like about that place, and I think everyone else, you can sympathize. You have a burger place in your town where you know too, where like it's just a burger. Like they don't offer all that much, and it's like you got to get everything as a side to go with it, and then they just give you one of those damn burgers wrapped in paper, as though you're supposed to be like, "Thanks for giving me an In-N-Out burger." It's like, no, but I'm spending twice as much. I want more than
twice
a little.
Yes,
yeah.
And there's no you're right. There's no variation. It's either like that or a veggie burger, Beyond Burger,
right?
And I'm like, shouldn't there be like a bacon burger or like something with more sauce?
The spicy chicken sandwich. Why can't there be the spicy burger sandwich?
Right. So the jalapeno burger. Like there's just, you would think. Yeah.
You would think. And there's not. So it's like for being a burger joint, have some variations on a burger.
It's a basic burger.
I bet you that burger shop that closed, that got, over there by the Trader Joe's, it reopened to someone else.
Oh, right.
That place is like that. Those MFers, they have no. We offer 20 different types of burgers. That place offers a burger.
And we never went to that place, did we?
We did that one time. We
maybe
go, but we never ate there because the ambiance there was worse than a Subway.
It was,
and that Subway next door closed. So anyway,
worse than the Subway.
Yeah, but
I think that place in Oakland that had like just like a window. It was over by like where I used to work. Like back in the day.
I don't know that I know that place.
I think I went to it just like once, and it was like tastes like a burger window, and I was like, "Is this like an actual restaurant that is open?" And sure, it is, but it was just like,
is it still open? Do you think?
Probably the pandemic might have
taken care of it, but we should look into that.
Yeah,
was it good?
I don't recall, but when we were talking about like basic ambiance,
okay, yeah.
I was like, it's literally like a window. Yeah,
got it.
I digress.
We both digress.
Grenada.
Potato.
Let's call the whole
patata. Grenada.
Frittata. Yes, never been to Grenada. Would not think of going to Grenada, but because Kelli is friends with the head of tourism of Grenada.
I have friends after the producers introduced her to them, right?
Yeah.
That seems really weird. So, has any housewives have ever been there, have they?
They're running out of countries. That's why.
When I think Grenada, wasn't there like a huge like military effort there, like as part of like, after World War II or
something? There's something about that yes.
All I know is I think there were some war movies that my brothers would watch or my friends would watch, and there was some quote about like Grenada, like get a pontoon boat in Grenada or something like that, and I can't.
There's some.
I can't place it. I don't
want
want
to be pop culture or history. There's something about
that island.
Yes,
but.
Do grenades come from Grenada?
I don't think they do. And again, I'm gonna go with Grenada.
Grenada.
I could be Grenada. I think it's not like Nevada and Nevada.
I think of like Renata. That's why I'm saying it that way.
Oh, you're just a little
big little eyes.
So
Grenada.
And speaking of Big Little Lies, I get Pretty Little Liars and Big Little Lies confused when we refer to them in the past. And I know they're not the same shows at all, but
I never watched Pretty Little Liars, which is surprising because I love shows of that ilk, and I just never got into it. I would just hear about it and be like, "Oh, that sounds complicated."
Yeah, exactly right.
But I never really did those freeform shows.
Was that an ABC Family show back?
Yes, and then it became freeform. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, when it seems too wholesome, I don't really want to watch it.
But it wasn't wholesome. It was like they're like lying about each other and like one figure. I don't know. The only
freeform show we watched, wasn't it that flash show where the girl gets kidnapped in the 80s?
She gets thrown in the basement, and then...
Well, no, she didn't get kidnapped. I guess she was in the basement when she got kidnapped. Well, he was all like, "Why don't you go down to my basement? There's something down there for you. There's a puppy."
Not a puppy.
And then she gets locked down there. But then she decides to stay. Spoiler alert.
Right, but then it gets weird.
Yeah, it got weird.
And then the other girl knows she's down there. We didn't think she did, but she did.
Yeah. We're spoiling all those things.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good show, though. Whatever.
It was a good show.
It was not for the lot.
I remember it came back for a second season, but it was like a totally different cast. Like it was like trying to be like anthology or some shit like that.
Yeah. Did not go over well.
No. So. Anywho, Grenada. So they were going on this trip. Why not? The whole every single housewife trip premise is we've been going through so much. Let's reset and get out of town for a bit and regroup, rebirth. Like whenever you need to like have a theme, that's the same theme for every girl show. I'm like, I can't. Just be like, we want to go on vacation. Yeah. Call it a goddamn day. Sorry. I didn't even GD it.
It's all right. We're not dropping the F-bomb.
No. Yeah. But
I'm sure all the...
We're not Dolores.
Yeah. I'm saying all of our listeners who are, oh my God, sacrilege! You took the Lord's name in vain.
They have, unlike Porsha, they have pearls are clutching. Yeah. Anywho, so going on the trip next week. There you go.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Kelli had to go over to Shamea's house in person to talk about that. I guess she had to ask her to co-host it with her.
I love it that Shamea had notes what island are you talking about?
Yeah.
She was like Kamoka, Aruba, Jamaica.
Kokomo? Not Kamoka.
Did I say Kamoka?
You said Kamoka.
Sorry.
Although I'd like to go to that island. Kamoka sounds like a great island.
I love Kokomo. It's a great song.
It is a great song.
It really is.
I did like that Shamea was just mentioning places that weren't in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Or just nicer places.
Maldives.
Yeah. Just nicer places than Kelli was kind of aiming at. I am curious to see how, I'm sure that's the point of this. I'm sure that's how they got probably some promotional consideration from the tourism board of Grenada. And, but because you don't think of it as being a very, tourism place.
No, it's not a name that
you
comes
think
up.
It's someplace from a world war or something.
Yeah, or St. Bart's or something that's seems more rich and
right.
People go. Side note, I follow Shamea on the Instagram, and she's been in south of France for her birthday trip with her husband.
Oh.
Gorgeous trip, on a yacht. They are rich, honey. As a certain housewife would say.
Would you, as Richard would say, honey? Oh, Erica, that's who you're thinking of.
Yes.
They're rich, honey. Would you want to spend time on a private yacht? What would you would probably go nuts on a yacht. How long would you be able to really enjoy yourself on a yacht?
I would be fine. I'm not one to bust into water where there's no bottom.
True, you wouldn't go swimming, but there's probably a pool on that yacht.
Right. I think because it would just be us, it's her and her husband, and it looks really nice and pretty, and they're off bicycle riding and wherever and doing all sorts of jaunts. I would get down with that because you get off the boat. You're not on the boat
it's not 2 full days of just or
overboard or dead calm.
I hope it's not dead calm. It'd be a very quiet movie or quiet time if it was dead calm.
Yeah.
No one speaks in that movie.
No. You know what I'm talking about, the Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, dead calm. There's very little dialogue in that movie.
Oh.
Go back but please don't go back and watch it.
It's been a minute. Okay.
It was one of those Australian movies that they released at a time when they didn't want anyone to know. That's why Mad Max has very little dialogue, because they were trying to not make a big deal out of Mel Gibson being Australian.
Oh.
So they're just...
You really forget that he's Australian.
You just remember he's anti-Semitic.
And horribly racist.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's what you remember.
Not really allegedly when you say a pack of N-words.
Yeah. I mean, there is some evidence out there.
Apparently, Jody forgot.
Anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
So, Grenada? What? How do we get here? Oh, yacht, right.
Yes.
I don't know that I'm personally, like, with the whole below deck and stuff, like, I don't know that I'd want to spend, like, multiple days, like, out just on a boat with, like, 5 people. Like, I love houseboat. That's fun. But also, I've only done houseboat with, like, 20 people. It was just 5
Only 20 people.
No, but I've only ever done it with, like, a large group.
Oh, I see.
Like, if it was just, like, a handful of people, it's like you again.
I think it's like I think a small group of people, I would like that.
Okay.
Depending on the people.
All right. I wish I could say that, like, hey, for your birthday next year, that's what we're doing.
My 50th, we're going on a yacht. Yeah.
I guess your birthday this year hasn't happened yet.
No.
I could have planned something for you, but...
You know, we did the big Chicago trip last week. We're doing BravoCon in November. So I think those are the trips.
True. And you're only 46 this year?
46, yeah.
So, yeah, nothing special.
Yeah.
When you're 50, we'll do it. We'll go below deck.
Yes. We don't even watch Below Deck.
That'd be the best part. The same way that the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives went to Vanderpump Villa. Would you rather go on Below Deck or go to Vanderpump Villa?
Oh, Below Deck, of course. Of course.
All right. Do you have a preference of which Below Deck?
The Australian one, because I've always wanted to go to Australia, even though it takes forever to get there.
Yeah.
And they've got some like deadly creatures.
Everywhere is deadly creatures.
Those snakes and spiders that like rain on you.
I don't know that happens every day in Australia.
You think, and then you go to Australia. No, too many. No. But it's yes.
If we still have any Australian listeners, please let us.
Oh, Australian listeners. Oh,
we used to when we first started the podcast. We had like 2 or 3 like Australian listeners, and now I don't. To be honest, I don't check the demographics of our analytics very often anymore because I'm just happy people are listening.
Yes.
I don't know. They could still be there. If you're there, say hello, mate. Or don't. Tell me I'm an asshole. Whichever.
Yeah, I'd like to go to like Melbourne or Sydney, overcome my fears of the creatures
and open water. If we you swim in the ocean in Hawaii, so you'd swim in the ocean.
Yeah, but that's not like we're not like far out. We're like very close to the beach. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. Well, so what happened after they declared that they're going to Grenada?
Porsha looked for a house.
Can you pull out your phone and Google Grenada and see what the pronunciation is? Like seriously, right now.
Oh, okay.
Like do that. I would pull my phone out, but it's recording.
Oh, that's right. That's the video. I was like, yeah, why don't you get your phone? Well, talk amongst yourself.
No, we're just going to wait patiently. I want to...
Grenada.
Pronunciation. Is it like number 2 search?
Pronunciation. Oh, Grenada.
Oh, it is Grenada.
Grenada.
Okay, then I'm just saying it like a weird redneck hick. Hey,
how do locals pronounce Grenada?
Grenada.
Oh, wait, no.
Is it got a video now? Oh.
Well, it's good. Oh gosh.
It's all right. No, this is fine. This is fun. We can edit if we need to.
No, it's like a whole long video. That's okay.
Okay. So Grenada. Okay, we'll go back to Grenada.
Grenada.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
I don't know, it just seems like
Grenada.
That's how AI pronounces it.
I'll go with AI.
No, that's how Jesse from TikTok. Grenada. Okay.
Sorry from TikTok.
Anyway.
Porsha's looking for a house.
I love that house.
It seemed like a very standard, not standard in the sense of like a new build, like, you know, very expensive, like just kind of like, there wasn't a lot of character to it. It's just except for being big.
I mean, that had enough character for me.
It reminds me of like a lot of the new builds we've seen. Obviously not of that stature, but like they're just big for the sake of being big. Although this one did have better outdoor space.
Yeah.
That's the thing about a lot of new builds. They don't have good outdoor space.
It had good use of brick, and I feel like there was good textures in the indoors.
It reminded me of Shamea's house. I want someone to say it.
Oh.
Like, because that's what she is.
Shamea's house, well, until I saw Phaedra's house at the end of the episode. Shamea's house seems like a little too much, but then Phaedra's...
one of the biggest houses or the biggest purchases.
Yeah. But, no, I would love that house. But I hear what...
I don't know, like, why she needs that for her and PJ. Is like her mom going to move in?
I mean, I got the impression that, yeah, probably. Well, I mean, she was saying, I guess with Simon and everything, she was saying that they had 6 kids because he has kids.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess that doesn't make as much sense. But I kind of felt bad for her. She's like, we already found the good house. Like, I like the good house.
Right.
But this jerk ruined it.
I would think that she's in the good house now that he's been detained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably the house she wasn't allowed to film in. And,
right.
You know.
Right.
So
it just seemed like very like typical housewives. Like, I'm looking for a house that I'm not going to buy.
I still enjoyed that, and I believed it more than Brit looking at cars. So
yeah, let's segue to Brit because there's way too much Brit. This could be the name of the episode. There's way too much Brit
there was a whole thing about her bare and naked. No.
Yeah, she called it bare naked.
Yeah.
And was forgetting the and the food for the people.
She was just running the words together like bare naked. Bare naked.
Every time she opens her mouth, I'm like, please stop.
Yeah, I
it's
can't
grating.
You.
It's like flames. Flames inside my head.
Heaving, breathing.
Yeah. Like her whole like, I'm gonna host a party for my shapewear at my country club. And it's gonna be like she was trying to be like Kentucky Derby, like Polo Classic, like it's giving rich, but it just like was so basic.
I liked I liked all the reactions from the people around them while they were getting nasty with each other. That was pretty nice.
Well, in fact, also like they didn't serve them food because they weren't supposed to. Like, how cheap are you? If it's supposed to be, it should have just been a soft launch just for her girlfriends. And just for them to get the stuff and for them to eat. But then you invite everybody who, I don't know who everybody was.
Right.
And they're just like, we don't get food. We have to watch these chicks open presents and like pretend not to like pay attention or record on our phones as they're fighting.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was very weird.
And then the weird... Like,
and let's play golf.
Yeah, the pre-gaming of golf. Like, let's go down and like 3 of us will pretend to play golf or try to play golf.
And everybody's blurred out because they don't want to be on this shit show.
Yeah. It was a bit weird and a bit much. And then her husband was really, truly enjoying himself.
Hating life.
Yeah.
He and Charles were like competing about who can hate life more at this dumb
At least Charles spoke, though. I don't think that...
He had to. I'd be like, that ain't my whore. Yeah. And she never said that Brit was one of Charles's whores. Yeah, she called her a whore.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, unless there was something we didn't see on the...
Why would you say, like, you're one of my husband's whores?
Yeah, yeah, that doesn't make sense at all.
No.
Oh, Brit. Looking for her moment.
Brit needy.
At one point, I thought someone actually called her Brittany. Which I have to...
I've heard that, like...
Is that her name?
It has to be. I've heard... You would think... Was it Britannia?
Britannia.
Classy. I've seen that written like on blog posts or like in social media. So I think that's like her full name.
Makes sense.
I don't know.
But yeah, the whole country club thing was a little...
It was dumb. And then like the little fights that broke out, you know, Angela bringing up like Charles doesn't have a baby and, you know... It was just weird. And then freaking Drew getting into it. And, you know, Porsha was like, I am not, repeat, not getting into it with this chick and giving her any light. So you can fight with her, Shamea. I'm going to sit here and eat my food that no one else can eat. Like, it was really like Shamea's, like, how are you going to have a fight about Shamea being Porsha's lapdog and Porsha doesn't get involved? That's smart. Porsha was like, nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah,
it's giving Drew what she wants, and I'm not gonna give her that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Drew's like fighting with herself and Shamea, I guess.
We missing anything more on Kelli?
No, because she had beef with Drew.
What about?
Like, you know, Drew saying that she was two-faced, and she's like, what are you talking about? She's a liar.
Yeah.
So I think it's just everyone's really getting the sense accurately that Drew is just a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I'm so glad that they brought Phaedra on, just kind of, you know, recap the season thus far. Like,
so let's talk about that.
I mean, let's.
I like Phaedra. Let's go back because I did like Phaedra's greatest hits. This whole thing, those last 2 segments. Phaedra, I was cool with her. when she was on many seasons ago. She started season 3 with Cynthia. She was fine. She was funny. Like, she great reads, great at reunions, great in confessionals. And then we came to season 9, where it came out that she was the one behind the rumors about Kandi wanting to drug and rape Porsha. And then after that, it's like, I don't understand why you're back when you like used this platform originally so horribly, and could have like basically like canceled Kandi.
Yeah.
But have I enjoyed her on other platforms like Traders? Yes.
We don't
never watched Married to Medicine, so don't know about that. But yeah, I like her on other things. But like bringing her back to Atlanta after how she ended, and she, even when it came up tonight, she's like, she never apologized. She's like, who without sin? I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, just say like, I was in the wrong for that.
Never should have said it.
But she won't. So it's like, it's not clean.
No, I agree.
Coming back.
I agree. I mean, the answer is she's been on Married to Medicine. I think that like she kind of, through her experiences with that, and like she's shown Bravo that she's not going to go low like that again. So she's kind of redeemed herself in the eyes of, Bravo, I have to imagine. But you're absolutely right. She didn't really take accountability for what she said and what
never really has
the first time. So,
and she won't. And but they love her. Andy clearly loves her. NBC Universal loves her. She was at the upfronts, and I get it. She couldn't come back before because Kandi was there. So, and then she was on Married to Medicine, and then the whole thing of Kenya happened, and I don't necessarily know if we need her. It seems like
it doesn't feel like we need her.
It's like
enough
whipped
drama
cream
already.
It's like throwing whipped cream on something that you don't need whipped cream on.
It's throwing whipped cream on something that already has whipped cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh great, more whipped cream.
Yeah. It's like, oh great, more of the same thing we were already getting.
And yeah, she's funny and whatever, and she looks great, but like, I don't see the need.
I mean, to me, it just feels like a ratings insurance thing. It's like, okay, well, people who like Traders and liked Phaedra on Traders will probably tune in to see what this is all about. People who watched her on Married to Medicine will definitely tune over here.
People who loved her on Atlanta and were like, whatever, I don't care about Kandi.
Yeah.
Now can be like, yay, Phaedra's back, but like, it just doesn't seem clean to me.
Yeah. No, there's something not clean in the buttermilk. What's that quote?
Something in the buttermilk ain't clean.
Yeah.
I do love that saying.
She has some great reads for sure.
Yes.
I mean, the fact she already called her Drunocchio.
No, that was Shamea.
Oh, that was Shamea. Oh, you're right.
She called her like Drusilla. Yeah.
Who was? Oh, we forgot. Was it Shamea as well who made the joke about dog? Oh, it was about dog years.
Oh, that was in what, dog years?
Yeah, in what, dog years? That's your age, or some whatever it was. But yeah. Yeah. So then now you're right. We don't need Phaedra. We just need Shamea.
I could see like if Porsha wasn't back, but then it wouldn't be as fun because they want this whole freaking frack thing. But I just don't see the need for Phaedra.
Yeah.
At all.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to add an element of fun and kind of, maybe throw the other ladies off a little bit who haven't already dealt with Phaedra for their trip that they're going on.
Yeah.
That could be fun or interesting. But yeah, I mean, as far as resolving issues or, getting to the bottom of any, I don't think Phaedra's to come in and like make it suddenly any better.
Maybe if they had brought her back to like starting next season, it would make more sense. But like, she literally came in for 2 weeks and got a peach.
Yeah.
It's just really, it's very odd, the whole.
Well, I mean, that's probably what's her demand. She's like, you want me to do this?
Right, no, for sure. But it's like the last 2 weeks, and like, what can you really.
So you're saying like 2 more episodes? No, it's the last 2 weeks of film.
2 weeks of filming.
Probably have like, what, 4 more episodes then?
Something like that, yeah. Because they're
especially
like.
If they keep ending every damn season at the girls' trip.
Right. Well, excuse me. Yeah, because Andy's already like asking for questions for the reunion on social media. So
yeah, so they're almost done.
Yeah.
Oh God, I look forward to this reunion because hopefully,
same.
Make some sense out of some of this boredom that we've been experiencing.
I think like resolving things with Shamea and Porsha, like really calling Drew out and being like, what is real, what is not. You know,
you think anyone's gonna call Drew out? Like even this,
they need to. She's in the hot seat a lot.
in this episode, she was just insufferably tiring, just trying to like make something where I didn't see anything. Oh, and then she signed her record deal.
Oh, that was lame. That was lame.
I was like, what?
Drew is a person who thinks that she's taking the high road, but she doesn't know how to get there. It's just like I'm so above it. Like when they got into the fight, she's like, "What? What are we, like children? How old are we?" It's like you think you're being classy and articulate.
Is she one of the Articulates? Is that going to be her band name? Guys, if you aren't watching Beyond the Gates, you're really, really missing out. You don't need to watch every episode. Just fast forward. The boring white people are awful. Just fast forward past the white nurses.
You can say that. I can't.
They're the one thing that stands out on that show is not enjoyable. I think she's really pretty, the nurse, but the relationship with her and the
firefighter,
dumb firefighter, get it, stop,
Lord,
already.
No, it's all about Leslie.
Me, Dana,
Pam.
I don't, and all her wigs. Oh God.
Oh my.
So anyway,
so many digressions in this episode.
I still wonder, and you brought it up, and you put it in my head the other week. Like, had Karen not suffered some legal trouble, would she still be making appearances on Beyond the Gates?
Oh, I was like, Karen, yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think she would.
Karen was going to be that lady, that highfalutin lady.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect for Karen.
Totally, yes.
I think they should also just let other housewives of Potomac in on that. Like have Giselle walk in every so often. Even let Robin Dixon get it.
Even Robin Dixon.
Candace can, be singing at the club one
with Anita.
Exactly.
They like drive back together.
Yeah, she's opening for Anita. And the Articulates.
Oh my gosh, Articulates. Anyways, Drew is
Articulates also like if they were like also what's the timeline on that? When were they popular?
In the 70s.
The 70s? Yeah. I think that's Articulates is probably a good name for it.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay.
It sounds like the Philly sound, like the,
I'm trying to do my best voice to men now. Motown Philly back again.
No, Backstabber, that song, that's like
I do not
the Philly sound, the Philly like soul sound.
Okay.
Like in the 70s.
Oh, if you keep saying
the OJ's like
okay, if you keep saying Philly sound to me, I'm just you mean Boys to Men? Motown Philly going
yes, in the 90s, but we're like they came from anyways.
Right.
Anyways.
I would much rather spend the next 5 years talking about the Articulates
and Beyond the Gates,
horrible storyline on Beyond the Gates than Drew's music career. Candace is more. I feel like a complete asshole, like just not giving it any sort of credence. But I just don't. I don't believe that there's anything happening. Like you don't hear about anything about Drew Sidora happening outside the show.
For some reason, I still follow her on Instagram, so I see it all. So yeah, she does do stuff for like her career. But when she started saying like, "Oh, and I gotta like make videos and and dance rehearsal," I'm like, you are not Beyonce. Like, calm it down, sister.
But I mean, I guess I would have said, and I did say the same thing about Candace, but at least Candace on Potomac was producing videos and like was doing things on camera to further her career other than go down and hang out with her producer in the studio.
Too, Candace wasn't trying to like make drama to make her career happen. She was like, I want to sing, and when I'm not doing the show, I'm singing and trying to like get on a label and like get a do a whole tour, and it just seemed more real because I just believe Candace. She's not a liar.
Even what you do, I feel like as much as I've been like really down on Drew this entire season, like we were really coming for Drew, and I'm feeling bad for her. Like I don't dislike her. I don't have any feelings about her, and that's my problem.
No, Drew is not like other housewives we like can't stand.
Yeah, she's no Jennifer Aiden.
That's who exactly what I was thinking about. No, but she is just kind of like ridiculous, but not in a fun way. It's just a dumb ridiculousness.
Right. It's a way that I think she had some opportunities to like focus and it just didn't happen. Like, I think it's falling flat. Or maybe there's a whole contingent of Atlanta fans that just love this music storyline, and we're just not that.
Well, it's not Love and Hip Hop, so I don't know what they're loving about it. Like, and she's not like producing like hits that like, you know, where there's like crossover that she can like cross promote. It's just like in a vacuum.
Ashley Darby stuff where she's just singing horribly. Like, that's the thing. Like, when, you know, the whole adage, if you're a writer, you write. If you're an actor, you act. Like, you just do it. It burns so hard that you have to go do that.
Right.
Just like you said, Candace is saying. I have yet to really see, like, Shamea is saying more on this season
than Drew. Yes.
So, yeah, I would be way more happy to suspend my disbelief and be like, okay, yes, she's going to make it someday.
It's like a storyline, but
make it.
Yeah, it's a storyline that doesn't seem real.
Yeah. Like, I want to hear more Erica Jane music than I do Drew Fedora.
I really do.
I mean, just in general. I mean, that's just I wake up every day and think that.
Every day you're like, oh, where's that Pretty Mess album?
I'm just waiting. Has it dropped today? I need to get some money for...
Still mad that she didn't have her show going during BravoCon 2 years ago.
I mean, they need to have that. I probably complicated her.
I don't know. Maybe Drew will have some sort of performance. I'm not going to say like a residency because that's just silly.
I know.
But like some sort of like showcase.
Yeah, like hey guys, meet me on, you know, even if it was like the opening.
If she was preparing that now to happen in November, I'd be like, good on you. That's what Candace would do. We're still pitting these people against each other. So, but Drew's just all like, oh, like la la la.
Yeah,
I la 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 sometimes.
And what she just sang that song about Ralph last season at the reunion.
Oh God, that was so awkward.
Very awkward.
So awkward.
Anyway, we should get off of Drew. We shouldn't just remain on Drew.
Right.
Feel bad about it, but
I feel like a lot of the next episode's going to be about them coming for Drew.
I think the rest of the season's going to be about them coming for Drew.
Am I going to have to like freaking move her up again to like first seats?
No, Drew can't be first.
It seemed to talk a lot about her though. I think I need to flip these two. I think for sure Shamea and Porsha because of what's going on between them now.
Yeah.
So I think Drew...
Unless the rest of the season, though, they're kind of okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? Because now, like, Drew and Shamea have beef, then maybe I leave this as it is. So.
Okay. Yeah, I could see the rest of the season just being, I don't know. I guess what I'm coming up with, I could see it being a proper send-off for Drew if they give her all the focus for the rest of the season.
You really think so?
And then they're like, okay, well, we played all that to its conclusions, and, I mean, I don't see...
She is causing a lot of conversation, though.
But so they don't want to.
But it's a good conversation. Yeah.
It's like they're like, oh, let's talk about what Drew was talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's true.
That's true. Is that what you said?
I know this much is true.
Sorry.
Oh, and we're not even like punch drunk, but we sound like a punch drunk because we're like jumping from topic to topic. And we come back and like hit Drew some more verbally. No, not verbally.
Yeah, verbally.
We're not abusing Drew.
No, we're ragging on her for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be nicer. We're just trying to get the best housewife out of Drew, and she's not giving it. That's, you know. That's what all these shows
but
are.
Do you think it's there? Let's like be for real. Do you think it's there in Drew to be a good housewife? Like, from day one, is there like the material to like be great, or was she just, you know, so they could plug in there?
I've never seen her come for anyone or at anyone with any real like seriousness. I've always seen her kind of be a little sing-songy, like, oh, I'm just trying to.
She's coming hard at what's her bucket? Ralph's cousin, his play cousin.
Who?
Remember, like, from the one who was got into a fight with like Tanya? I don't know. Ralph's cousin,
right?
Who like they were all cool, and then until like Ralph and Drew started having issues, and then she started coming for Drew and talked about her kids.
So it's a friend of the show, or
she was like she was like a friend of.
Okay, it doesn't count. I'm saying any of the housewives, has she ever really like had beef with like?
Well, now Porsha,
but prior to this, she's always been kind of in the background, doing her own thing. Ever since I watched, I cannot remember Drew being part or like taking a real part in any of the relationships that are going on or any of the conflict.
Well, the thing is with Drew, she's not like a strong reader.
Right.
Or she's not good, like, I think when she has time to think about it and prepare as an actress, she's good in her confessionals.
I see. I'm going to equate this, and I think you've said this before. Yeah. I think other people say that Eva was boring and that she never really cared for anyone. She was just kind of in the background all the time.
Yeah.
I feel the same thing about Drew.
Right.
I think she's just in the background. She tries to make herself relevant whenever she can, and that she's just kind of like... The difference is, I think that Eva was just genuinely laid back and really didn't give a shit. She's just like, whatever, I'm on this show. I'm doing the thing. You want me? I'm being Eva. Where I think Drew's trying to like make stuff happen, but it just doesn't feel natural.
I feel like with Drew, for so long, we didn't have a strong cast, and so they kept her around. And now that they have better newbies, i.e. Shamea, Angela, and Kelli, not counting Brit.
Brit's doing okay. Brit's fine.
Oh,
I would take Brit on the show 100 times
over Drew.
Yes.
No, they both should. Well, I'm not calling for anyone to get fired, but I'm saying, like, it made sense when they had a weaker cast,
right?
Like when you had Sonia, when you had Marlo. I'm sorry, to a certain extent, when you had Sheree, who wasn't really like bringing it as much as she could have. They all got fired, but they kept Drew. And now, like, these new girls, it's like they have more potential and they're overshadowing her.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're, like, naturally sharing their lives. She's like Angela and Kelli, and definitely Shamea, in a way that Drew isn't.
I think also, if you were to map out the show, like if you were to sit there and do like a flow chart of all the different relationships in interactions, Drew is always off the side on her own, like in a little silo. Like most of her stuff is over here, and then like she's connected like one or two things. Like, oh, she has this beef with Porsha, but that relates back to her own silo thing. Then it's all this Ralph stuff, and then she's got some beef now with Shamea, I guess, and Kelli. But it's barely a beef. Whereas if you do the same thing on any other franchise, you'd be like, this person's out here doing nothing. And I think you're right. We made our point. I don't think we need to talk more. I do honestly feel bad. Like I don't have that strong of a feeling about Drew one way or the other. I just think she's not bringing anything to the show, or she's not bringing what I think other people could be bringing.
Right. And you're right. It has been a lot of Ralph, which then ties you to a man, which isn't like as interesting.
It's the same thing I think that was irritating for the longest time about Robin on it was all about won't they get married, all this Juan Dixon stuff.
Like, did he cheat? Did he not cheat?
Right.
Like, yeah.
And it's like, okay, but what does this have to do with you and your relationship with them? That's what made Robin at least tolerable, not more than tolerable, but like enjoyable on the show, that she also then got up and said, no, I don't think that's right. And she'd get in with Candace's stuff and she would like get involved.
Yeah.
Whereas Drew stays out of most of it, just kind of tries to poke her foot in there, like, hee, I'm being cheeky. But really, then it all goes back to this whole thing about Ralph.
Yeah.
Or then now Dennis and the whole, music.
Oh, that was so dumb. So dumb.
So, here we are talking about her. Good work. But
this section of Drew.
I know.
They didn't even mean to. Just like kind of like stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
Because she really was not in the episode that much compared to like.
But I think more lately than she has been in the recent episodes. Like she's in it, she's been more. Again, I think this is an episode she's been interacting with the other women more than in most episodes. She's not just over there on her own doing her own thing. So we have more to talk about, and I like seeing that. I think if we were seeing more of this, I would be a lot more excited by it. But because this is like, it feels like an exception, not the rule. It's like, okay, this is a treat, but I don't feel like they're going to give us much more of this, other than, I guess, the next few episodes where,
they're truly coming for it.
So,
but
yeah.
Is there anything else that happened? Cynthia got up and left. She's like, Cynthia was like,
so you can
no.
listen to this episode very much. I forgot she was there. Cynthia.
Yes. Cynthia's like, I wore my cute outfit that I recycled from the flapper party.
I got the big hair.
Had a little fascinator. Nah, I'm good. This is dumb. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah, I don't think anything else. I mean, Kelli was good.
Bare and naked. I love when they because as soon as she brought this name up, I thought of go naked.
Yeah.
And when the producer tried it, Portia's like, no. My thing has been a thing for 10 plus years. Yeah. No. This is like a real thing. Unlike her shapewear.
Yeah.
I love like her friend was like, I don't know, I think maybe it's like cosmetics. Because naked, like a naked face. And it was,
also, her explanation of it was I don't remember it right now to really be properly, bitchy.
She wanted some shapewear and she got bad shapewear. So she decided to like make her own shapewear. Because she got like some sort of surgery and they didn't have shapewear. And I'm like, okay.
So, let's say for a moment, we went to the outlet. We went to the outlet malls today.
We did.
Because, we wanted some cheap clothes. And Memorial Day, I mean, come on.
Got some buck-ons.
Good sales. But, like, let's say, you wanted some shorts. And you're like, they don't have good shorts. Would you know the first thing about going about and making your own shorts?
No.
Like, is shapewear different in that way where you're just like, I'm just going to go out and find someone?
Well, if you hire someone to make good shapewear and slap your name on it that you mispronounce, then yes.
I suppose. I don't know, I just don't, it's a weird thing. Not a weird thing, but it just seems like an unusual thing to do. To be like, you know what, they didn't have a shapewear that I liked.
But I think a lot of businesses have to start that way. Like, there wasn't like what I was looking for, so I made it my own. With shapewear, though, there's so much shapewear out there. It just seems like, and this name also seems very trite, aside from being very close to Portia's business name. Right. It's just kind of like, it's very basic, but that's on brand for her. Yeah. And also the whole, like, now that my license for my insurance business is on pause, I'm going to focus on my shapewear. What the hell are you talking about?
What it sounds like is that I didn't pay the money to renew it because I'm not going to be doing insurance.
So I'm going to pivot to shapewear. Yeah. That's a natural thing.
I got this paycheck on this first season, so I'm going to use that for a little bit. And then if I need to do insurance, I'll renew it.
But you have like a whole business. Like, what are your employees doing? Like, what is happening? I want to find out more about that, the reunion. Like, what exactly happened with your license? Is it like suspended? Is it revoked? Like, all because of what Kenya did?
You send Andy's questions.
That's what I should do. I'll get on the Twitter. Post haste.
We'll use our Twitter for our one Twitter account.
Oh.
Finally use it for good.
We should do that.
We really should do that. So you're in charge of that. You're our social media manager.
Yes.
So you get right on that.
Let me get on that and tweet up a story.
So do you think there's more to talk about on this show? Do you want to talk about Drew some more?
No.
So
we've exhausted the Drew at all.
So, well, hopefully we will pop on with a bonus episode about the Real Housewives of Mormon Wives, because you've had some...
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
What do I call them?
The Real Housewives of Mormon Wives.
I've had 4 beers, as you like to point out, so... This one's empty.
But who's counting?
It was empty another. So, should we talk about this next time?
Till next time.